have that video queued up that J.D. sent in today? Beautiful. Let's go ahead and run that if you will.
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. However, I couldn't completely miss the chance to take a moment to share some thoughts with all of you. The lesson I cherish the most is how important it is to love what you do. If you love what you do and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious, always seek out things you love, and always work hard once you find it. So with that, I'll let you carry on with your evening. Please know I'm thinking of you, supporting you, and encouraging you always. Peace.
Wow.
Wherever he ranks among best athletes of all time, I think is up for discussion. Wherever he ranks among best competitors of all time, it's him and Michael Jordan 1 and 2. Because Mamba mentality, you say Mamba mentality, you know who you're talking about. Yeah. It's Kobe Bryant. And everybody remembers where they were when they found out the news about Kobe Bryant. Like, I got a text, I thought it was a joke. I was like, Kobe Bryant died? What are you talking about? Like, there's no way. And a helicopter crash, no way, not Kobe. And, I think it even just that next 2 weeks, like you saw ripples across all sports. Like all athletes were just heartbroken, had different stories about why they started playing their respective sports and, the inspiration they drew from Kobe Bryant. And just absolutely heartbreaking. Even a year from the day, it still doesn't really feel real.
Tell me, and that's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah. Where were you when you found out that Kobe Bryant had died and kind of what followed?
Yeah. So ironically, actually, we did a drive-through with Scott Drew that day. Went through Chick-fil-A, and that was really, really cool. We were at Guest Barbecue. Got a text and kind of glanced at it. And like I said, I thought it was a joke. Thought it wasn't real. I was like, this is a pretty sick joke. Got back to the house. Sure enough, jump on Twitter and saw it was all over Twitter. A lot of people with blue checks were tweeting about it. And so I was like, all right, there's maybe some validity here. I think it was the same day as the Pro Bowl, actually. So really? Sat down watching the Pro Bowl and was just, I think the news really broke at half for a lot of the guys that were on the field, and you could see the emotion in their face was just disbelief.
Yeah. Armstrong, where were you the day Kobe died?
I was home in Dallas, and we were at the Boot Barn, a store. My brother.
Oh.
And I saw it on Twitter. And it's crazy because my family, if you know my family, we do not care about the NBA at all. Yeah. Like, we do never watch I haven't watched a full NBA game in years, not even the finals. I just don't care.
Yeah.
But we were like, no way this is, and we, the rest of the day, all we did was just watch the news. It was such a big deal, even for people who don't give a rip about the NBA. That was still just,
Because he was bigger than that, right? Kobe transcended professional sports. I feel like he was so vulnerable too in a way when you listen to him speak. It was like I never met Kobe. Obviously, I never met Kobe, but the impact he had on my life and so many other athletes' lives and people's lives. It's evident. It's evident. Mamba mentality is 100% a real thing, and just still doesn't feel real a year from today.
Yeah, I remember that day, a week or so before that day, somebody had asked me, because I was still early on in sports media at that point, at the Baylor level, covering Baylor. And they said, hey, if there's one, we had the conversation the day or two before about how there's really nobody that I could imagine interviewing that would make me really get jittery and nervous. Like, I feel like I could confidently go in an interview, well-studied, and ask questions. And they said, if there was one person you could interview that you think would make you nervous, who would it be? And it made me think, wow, like the magnitude of interviewing a guy like Kobe Bryant would just be so, just the emotion of that moment. Having Kobe Bryant right there in front of you and the impact that he's had on so many people. But one of the things that I thought, as nervous as I think I'd be, I would have such a calm peace, too, knowing Kobe's personality, like I just know he's not going to take a question and run it through the mud, or, the guy just cared about people. Yeah. He just loved people. So I was at I was in the checkout line of the Family Dollar Sunday. It was a Sunday. And, I got I don't remember what it was. I think it was a tweet, or I think it's like you, Armstrong. Just a tweet kind of comes across, and then I looked. I was like, Kobe died.
Yeah.
And then somebody from behind us in the line was like, yeah, that's what I saw too. And I think there was that hour or so after you see it where you're like, there's no way.
Yeah, because I think TMZ broke it first. It wasn't like ESPN or some super. I mean, TMZ is reputable to a degree, but I mean, you hear something from TMZ, you're like, I'm gonna double check that. And then I think it wasn't until Woj broke it on Twitter where I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is real.
Yeah, unbelievable. Kobe Bryant, a year ago today, died in California in a helicopter crash. Him
daughter
and Gigi
Gigi,
both.
yeah.
Yep, and there were other members on the plane as well.
So sad.
On the helicopter as well. But yep, year ago today, and I remember having the TV on the rest, like you said, the rest of the afternoon, just Sports Center on, and the tributes they're paying. That was the news. That was everything stopped that day to pay homage to Kobe. Like homework, everything else, just kind of put it on pause and look at, all right, wow. Yeah. The world lost a legend.
Yeah, not just an athlete, like you said, a legend, a historical figure, not just in sports, I think quite literally in history. Kobe Bryant, arguably one of the best athletes of all time, but again, I truly believe the best competitor of all time.
Oh, boy, and that just segued right into 2020. What a roller coaster of a year that was.
Didn't it? That was the first domino to fall.
Right. Well,
It felt like
David Stern died.
Yeah.
David Stern was right there at the start. So the world kind of falls apart after David Stern and then Kobe. And then, man, just like you said, the dominoes start to fall. But, hey, when we come back, we've got men's golf, a recap from